So I'm really bad about noticing when crazy people are trying to infiltrate my life. I'm not talking about like really obvious crazy. I'm talking about the type of crazy that like slowly burns and worms its way into your life and then kills you from the inside out. I'm talking about the type of crazy where you gotta like befriend it for a little while before you're throwing back beers one night and it starts saying some really concerning things about Asian people. Or I'm talking about the kind of crazy where you gotta marry it and have kids with it before it confides in you one day that it's always sexually identified as a cat. These are things people deal with on a regular basis. I guess the heart of my disdain comes from the fact that I've never really been good about lying about who I am. I'm a very open book. With me, what you see is what you get. And a long time ago, I made peace with the fact that I am the human equivalent of a bowl of Halloween candy on the porch. There's a little note there that says, "Don't be greedy," but it might as well say, "Just take what you want." Because you can. But that's okay. I'm okay with it because I feel like being that type of person has imparted in me a lot of good things to look for when it comes to like friendships, and it's also instilled in me a lot of very important life lessons. I'll share a couple with you. I was in high school and I loaned a guy $5, and the next day I went up to him and I said, "Hey man, you think I can get that $5 back since I loaned you $5 yesterday and it seems like the right thing to do?" And he just looked at me dead in the eyes and said, "I have no idea what you're talking about." That was just the end of the conversation. I didn't know what to say. It like defied logic to a point where I was broken on a very deep level. And I just didn't know up until that point that lying to people was an option. Very important life lesson I learned that day. Or I've learned about myself that I do not like being owed money. I do not like lending money out to people. And it's not because I'm greedy or cheap or don't like to help, it's because I don't like what it does to me. Where if I loan someone money and I'm not paid back in a timely enough manner, my brain will just become this manic, passive-aggressive accountant that keeps tabs on everything that happens, and it'll just shade every interaction I have with that person moving forward. And I just don't want to do that to either of us, because, you know, I'll be sitting there, I'll nod along to their stories about the night, and on the surface, they'll say things like, "Oh, neat, and glad you had fun." But on the inside, I'm saying things like, "Oh, wow, you went to the bar last night. That's great. That must have been, what, $60? Okay, good. Oh, you met someone there. Oh, that's wonderful. And you got coffee afterwards. That's fun. That must be another 12. Okay. Oh, my God, I swear, if you sign up for that actor's intensive right now, I'm gonna shoot this. Okay, you're doing it. You're doing it. Just a big old bowl of candy." And there was another time that I lent a buddy a pair of gym shorts, and he's here tonight. And I lent a buddy a pair of gym shorts, and you know, I thought we go to the gym often, I'll probably see him again, I'll get him back at some point. I was wrong. I was very wrong. I did end up seeing them again, but only because he'd wear them every time we work out together. There came a point where I got really upset. I demanded them back, and he said, no, man, I gotta wash them for you. I feel bad. I've had them for a long time. They're really gross." "Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. That's nice. Yeah, they're really gross because I used them to wipe something up at my apartment." "Cool, so you're not even using them for the gym anymore. That's nice. Keep them." Bowl of candy. Yeah, circling back, got a couple of questions about the gym. I've noticed that I tend to avoid the locker room every time I go to the gym, or as I like to call it, the forest of penises. And I have a lot of questions that it raises. Specifically, like, the one thing I've noticed lately is that I never see any of the guys that elect to be naked in the locker room out on the actual gym floor. I never see them lifting weights or on the treadmill. I only ever see them in the locker room or in the group shower or like in the sauna trying to touch their toes or something like that. And just raised a lot of questions. And then I got one last question, and that is, why is the group shower option still available at the gym? It's pretty evident from the fact that there are privacy stalls, that there's room in the budget for privacy stalls. So why is that still an option? Is there like a strikingly high percentage of the population that's nostalgic for prison? Or what's going on with that? You guys have been wonderful. Keep it going for your host.